This week on Machinery Pete TV, we'll watch the last of Dale C's equipment go on the auction block. His better than average $49.55 went for a way better than average price. It may be in a museum, but this Gibson E still fires up. And Dale gives us a tour of his dark-fired tobacco barn.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.
No other cornhead works like a Drago, or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone. Hey folks, welcome to Crofton, Kentucky. We're down here for Dale C's farm retirement auction. And beyond all the great equipment we're going to watch sell today, we're going to learn a little bit about tobacco farming, which is pretty fun for a Minnesota boy like me. Before we do all that, let's go back to the studio, catch up on the latest farm equipment news.
All right, thanks, Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. What could food prices look like as we move through the year 2025? Well, USDA is forecasting food prices this year to increase by 2.2%. That's slower than the historical average. Now, groceries, they're predicted to grow 1.3%, while food at restaurants, it's forecast to increase by 3.6%. Meanwhile, egg prices last year saw a sharp rise of 36.8%, and this year they're expected to rise more than 20% amid ongoing supply constraints. Now, government data showing the average price of a dozen eggs was $4.15 last month. As we've been reporting, the high price is driven by the ongoing avian flu outbreak as well as inflation. Now, the agency is saying avian flu has killed more than 17 million egg-laying hens in November and December alone. Now, some are calling it a victory for ag equipment maker AGCO after the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit upheld a ruling in AGCO's favor in a John Deere patent case, saying that the AGCO Corporation did not infringe on two Deere and Company patents related to high-speed agricultural planting technology. AGCO claiming its seed meters and seed tubes work differently than Deere's. The Federal Circuit Court also denied Deere's motion for a new trial. Now let's check on some recent auctions from around the country. Now back to our host, Machinery Pete.
Hey, stay tuned, folks. Coming up, we're going to watch this 1976 John Deere 2640 sell. It's only got 2,111 hours. I think this could be one of the highest ones I've ever seen sold.
From dawn till done, your local Big Iron rep provides full service support when listing your land or equipment. From taking pictures to marketing your items, your local rep will handle it all. Big Iron connects buyers and sellers, bringing a massive network of more than 800,000 registered bidders to your auction. Our full-service auctions are secure and tailored to your buying and selling preferences. Auctions are added to the site daily, so there's something for everyone. Find it all at bigiron.com.
When you're serious about harvesting corn, you harvest with a Drago. That's because Drago delivers more yield-saving technologies than any other brand. Self-adjusting deck plates save kernels across every row. Lower velocity knife rollers reduce ear bounce and shatter. And the industry's lowest profile captures more ears. Stop leaving yield in the field and harvest like you mean it. Drago. Learn more at dragotech.com.
Keeping your equipment clean can be frustrating and time-consuming. It doesn't have to be. Check out Dakota Wash and the power of foam from Dakota Ag Innovations. The user-friendly foam cuts grease, won't harm painted surfaces, is wash bay approved, and is easy on delicate electronics. Multiple foaming options and complete packages available no matter the scale of your operation and equipment. Cut your cleaning time significantly and get your equipment back to work. Find Dakota Wash and the Power of Foam at your local farm store, or check them out online at poweroffoam.com, or call 888-996-7801 to find a dealer near you.
Machinery Pete here. Hope you caught our recent special episode of Machinery Pete TV show featuring Alex Lyon and Son Auctioneers, an amazing company with roots back to 1950. Check out their website, www.lyonauction.com, and click on Auction Calendar to view all their upcoming sales across the U.S. and Mexico, including their huge Bushnell, Florida auction coming up Friday, January 31st through Monday, February 10th. All sale info and online bidding at lyonauction.com.
Everywhere, guys. 11.5, $12,000. 11.5, get over the bid. 11.5, get $12,000. 11.5, bid 12. 11.5.
Hey folks, you know me, I'm a Minnesota boy, so when I come down to Kentucky, fascinating to learn a bit more about the tobacco end of farming, and our owner Dale C. here, whose auction we're covering. Dale, this is your, what's the correct terminology on this barn? It's a dark
fired tobacco barn.
Can you walk us in?
Yes.
Now my friend Gary Allen Taylor, the auctioneer, was telling me, Pete, the smell when you walk in here, and folks, I wish we had high-def smell-o-vision. This smells amazing. So this type of tobacco, Dale, you said Copenhagen.
This is what produces, even though it's a fired tobacco, it creates a smokeless products.
And your family's been growing tobacco here around Crofton, Kentucky, going back how far, Dale?
Since I was a kid.
Nice.
And then after I grew up, I got interested in it, and I've always had an interest for growing things.
Right. Now, sawdust on the floor of the barn here, and outside, even selling on the auction, humongous bundles of wood.
Yep.
Now, you tell us about how this works when you cure the tobacco in here.
Yeah, it's a curing process. We use the wood, which is hardwood, we call them slabs, and then we bring them in here and we bed this barn, and then we come back with this product, sawdust, on the top.
Okay.
It's a process that takes, the first firing, it takes 2 firings.
Okay.
The first one takes about 14 days.
How do you keep it in control?
Well, when the slabs are on the bottom, the sawdust is on top.
Okay.
And then we start these fires, then it burns underneath your sawdust. Sawdust and the wood together makes a heat source.
And how many times a day do you got to check it when you got this fire going for 2 weeks?
Well, if you do your job, you need to check it 3 times a day.
3 times
Morning,
a day.
noon, and night.
Wow. So in the barn here, the walls, the unbelievable, beautiful coloration, that's just years of...
That's just years of the smoking process.
Yeah. Okay, trivia question for you folks. The classic 1989 movie Field of Dreams, starring Kevin Costner, what model John Deere tractor was he driving when he plowed up his corn with his daughter with him? Answer? John Deere 2640. Now that actual tractor itself, we actually saw it sell at auction for $64,000 April 28th of 21 by a Hollywood auction company. Now in today's auction, this 2640 is a beauty. It's a 76 model, 2,111 hours. I think it was owner Dale C's favorite tractor.
And 17.5, and 17.5, $18,000, new man, 18 pound, and 17.5 would have been $18,000, 18, now 5, 18.5 would have been the pump out of $5, 18.5 would have been $19,000, and 18.5 would have been 19, and 18.5 would have been $19,000, dollar baby, but it would have been 18.5 would have been 19, now 5, and 19.5, and 5 would have been 19.5, and 5 would have been 5 would have been 19.5, and 19 would have been 5 would have been 5 would have been 5, 19.5 would have been 19, where are you going to find it? Now 20 grand, 19.5, 20 pound, and that would have been 19.5 would have been 20, that would have been 20, and 19.5, bid 20, dollar baby, bid 19.5 would get 20 pound dollar, that would have been 19.5 would get 20, 20, 20, 19.5 would get 20, and 19.5, bid 20 pound dollar, that would have been 19.5 would get $20,000, and 19.5 would have been $20,000, dollar baby, bid 19.5 would have been 20, 20, 20, 19.5 would have been $20,000, did I have? Silver, internet bound, $19,500, 246456 is Germantown, Kentucky buys.
Okay, pretty cool item here, folks. Don't see every day. A John Deere 6330 low profile with a 673 loader. It's got 2,443 hours now. Just before we started filming, I got visiting with a guy from New Hampton, Iowa, that drove all the way down to look at this low profile tractor here. Now, the owner on the auction today, Dale C., told us this low profile was perfect for the tobacco drying barns to get in at that low height, and our Iowa farmer, again, it fit his operation perfectly. Will he be the winning bidder?
51, 51, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 57, 3, 53, 3, 53, 54, 57, 4, 5, and about 54, 55, 5, 55, 56, 57, and about 57, 58, and about 58, 9, 58, 9, 61, and about 61, 2, 9, 62, 61, 2, and 62, 61, 2, 3, 62, 3, and 62, 63, and about 62, $3,000, 62,000 bid, $63,000, and about 63, and 62, $3,000, down 3, how about in the bid 3? What do you say, Ohio? You want to do it? And $3,000 did not have anybody else all through. Hold on, $3,000 did not have. I gotta ask before we go. You want to be 5? 62, 5. And how about to get 5? And pop it on the 62, pop it in the pop on the bid not have. Sold them $62,000. 566 buyers, $62,000.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
$17,000, $17,000, $17,000, 16, profit bid $17,000 did I have? Sold it $16,500. Put it on buyer, the bear wins winner. You're gonna wish you to give that extra 100. 51, 51, bid 1, 51, 1 bid 1, 1 bid 1, 51, $5,000, 5100. Sold it $5,000. And third, everybody get profit bid the 5 on a band bid at 13, everybody get 13.5, and profit bid the 13.5. 13.5. And third, everybody get profit bid the pop on a band bid at profit bid the third, everybody get 13.5. Total 13,000. 27 to 5, 28, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5. You won't be 8. Before we go. All right, 27 to 5 to the ball 8, put it up there. I'm going to run 27 to 5 to the ball 8, put it 8, 27 to 5 to the ball 8, 27 to 5 to the ball 8. Focus truck, 27 to 5. And on a being better than 25, let's get 3. And 25 to 3. On a being better than 25, let's get $3,000. On a being better than 25, let's get 3. 3, 25, 3. And 25 to get 3. On a being better than 25, let's get 3. So die half. Total 2,500. Total 2,500.
We received a bunch of postcards in the mail. You guys had a really good interest rate, so we applied and we were accepted. You know, it was approved, and we were able to get financing. People are really nice and friendly, easy to get a hold of, and they'll call you back if you got a question. They're always there.
The sun and weather can take its toll on your equipment's appearance. Fix faded paint with Dakota Shine. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Remove stubborn oxidation with Dakota Prep. Rinse and fix faded paint with Dakota Shine. Kits available in multiple sizes to fit your needs. Apply using a paint gun or aerosol can. It is not a wax. It works on most painted surfaces, decals, rubber, vinyl, and all colors. Increases value and improves appearance. Find it at your local farm store. Check them out online at dakotashine.com or call 888-996-7801 to find a dealer near you.
Looking for a unique speaker for your upcoming ag-related event? Consider Machinery Pete. He'll share stories from 35 years on the road. Call 844-727-6374 or email customer support at machinerypete.com.
Hey folks, I'm here with Gary Allen Taylor and Travis Thompson with Taylor Auction Company. And Gary Allen, you reached out a couple months ago about this sale, and particularly about the line of John Deere tractors.
Yes, sir.
Dale sees the quality of care on these things, and they're just beautiful rigs, like that 7410 there. That's got them talking, doesn't it?
It's that. I know there's probably better out there, but you'd have to wear 2 pickup trucks out finding them. I mean, it's very nice.
It's under 4,000 hours, but again, the originalness and just the care that Dale has given it just, I mean, stands out.
It is unmatched. It really is.
Now, curious, again, you're a young auctioneer, started your own business in your early 20s. Hats off to what you've built.
Thank you.
But you're a farmer.
Yes, sir.
So as you build your business and relate to customers like Dale or to buyers for Taylor Auction Company, the fact that you farm, that's got to be helpful, I would think.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, like I say, it definitely gives you a different type of connection to some of the equipment and the people as well. You know, some of their struggles and triumphs have been shared, you know.
Right. And again, it's just not every day you get a sale like this with a pair of 4455s, a 7410, but right down through the, and how many John Deere tractors total are there?
There's 21 tractors on the sale.
21.
2 of them are 140 farm hauls and the rest are Deeres.
We were teasing Dale a little bit about that, those farm hauls here, but no, it's again, to have a seller that is so passionate about history of care really is a different opportunity, isn't it?
It is. Well, like I said earlier, it makes my job easier. It does. I mean, this is equipment that stands up and tells its own story.
Right.
You know, with one glance at one of these tractors like behind us, you know, you see it.
And what I love about it, you know, looking at the tractors is one thing. With, you know, again, all the great pictures you have, Taylor Auction Company, TACauctions.com. But when you combine, like the last time I came down and this time, you set me up to interview the owner, the seller. So now you get the seller standing next to it in voice, talking about the little details. And and what I love, Gary, on how you guys roll is you get how important those little details are.
And they are, you know, because I've been on the other side of that. You know, for our farm, we've needed to buy something.
Right.
I want to know where it comes from.
Right.
You know, and Dale, and I'll quote Dale C on this. You know, a tractor's life is its owner's. You know,
That's
and
100% correct.
And it makes a difference.
Welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week, we're going to visit with a tractor enthusiast in Virginia who has a Gibson E. Stanley Hula Jr. found this one in Ohio and shows it off in his museum. There were two versions of this Gibson made, one with a wide front and one with a tricycle. Stanley says this tractor is fun to drive.
We're standing next to a Gibson E that was purchased, I think it was in Avon, Ohio, probably about 12 years ago. I went out there to buy a Gibson SC. The gentleman had this tractor, and after some conversation, money exchanged hands, and I came home with two. Now, he had another one that I would have preferred, and I want to say it was an I, but he would not part with that one. The SC was the D, and then they had the SC or SD. They were small tractors, and this one was the next one up in their lineup of horsepower. This is as I bought it. The gentleman that had it restored it, and it looked fine for the museum here. So I've left it just like it is. Haven't done anything to it. Haven't even put a new battery in it. It's going to stay here until either the museum is sold or it's just going to stay here as long as it needs to be. Have no plans of selling the tractor. It runs fine. It's a Wisconsin engine in it. It runs like a Wisconsin engine. It makes the old hay baler noise, and it runs fine. Once it gets started up, it runs fine. I ran around here quite a bit up until a few years ago when I stopped starting them. That would be the only thing that's not normal on is the lights. Otherwise, it's as it came from as it was manufactured. Now, they made two models of this particular tractor, one with a wide front end, and this one's a tricycle.
Okay, all you 55 Series fans, stay with us. Coming up, the feature item on our show today, a 90 model 4955. It's got 5,992 hours on it.
When you're serious about harvesting corn, you harvest with a Drago. That's because Drago delivers more yield-saving technologies than any other brand. Self-adjusting deck plates save kernels across every row. Lower velocity knife rollers reduce ear bounce and shatter. And the industry's lowest profile captures more ears. Stop leaving yield in the field and harvest like you mean it. Drago. Learn more at dragotech.com.
Cleaning aluminum stock and grain trailers is now easier than ever with just a weed sprayer, garden hose, and Bright Plus aluminum cleaner. Start from the bottom and work your way up. Watch the foam release any embedded dirt and grime that soap and water won't touch. Rinse thoroughly. User-friendly, biodegradable, and available in different sizes to fit your needs. You can now pull a clean trailer without the chance of damaging the aluminum. Find Bright Plus aluminum cleaner at your local farm store or check them out online at trailercleaner.com or call 888-996-7801 to find a dealer near you.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Well, folks, from 2014 till 2020, used equipment values were a little down. And if we talk John Deere 4955s, the highest auction price I saw in that 6-year span was $71,000. Now, since 2021, I've seen 4 sold over $80,000, all the way up to $100,750. And our feature item on the show here today is a 90 model with 5,992 hours.
Get up to bid, number to bid, 48 bid, and 48 bid died. On a bid, 48 bid, 9, 49 bid, 50, and everybody got to be 50, and 51, and everybody 51, out of the bid, 51, and $51,000, dollar bid, 51, and one bid, 51, and 51,000, 51, 2, got to be 2, got to the internet, got to be 2, 3, and 52 bid, 3, and dollar bid, 52 bid, 3, 33, 53 bid, 4. 54, 5, and everybody 55, now 56, and everybody 56, and 55 would have been the 6 here, Donna Berry, 55 would have been 6 55 would have been 6 bill, 55 would have been 6, now 55 would have been 6 bid, I'm on the ground, at 55, now 6, now 7, 57, 57, now 8, 58, and everybody better to have about 57 give 8, but a bill, Donna Berry, 57 give 8, 57 give 8, and 57 give 8, Donna Berry, 57 give 8, 57 give $8,000 and I had 57 give 8, won't be 5 real quick, 57, 5, 57, 5. And pop it in the 57, get pop it in the pop on the 57, get pop it in, 57, 5. Now $58,000. Now 5, 58, 5, 58, 5. 58, 5, and 50, get the 5, and pop it in the 58, 5, and pop it in the 58, 5, down $59,000, 59,000, yes, sir! 59, 5, down 5, 59, 5, and have it get the 5, and pop it in the 59, get pop it in the pop on the beam, 59, 5, and have it get the pop on the beam, pop it in the 59, pop it in the pop on the beam, 59, 5, and 15, have it get the 5, 5, come back to me, internet, 59, 5, and 15, have it get pop it in the pop on the beam, 59, 5, and a half, 59, 5. Sold 59,000, sold 59,000, North Carolina bound.
Well, folks, the last 3 years, the average auction price on a John Deere 4955 is running in a very tight range, 42.1 to 42.850. We smoked it today here, 59,000. Well, the past year, folks, I've compiled nearly 5,200 auction sale prices on all types of skid steers. Now, probably one of the most memorable ones I've seen in the past year was back on a farm auction November 19th out in beautiful Minneota, Minnesota. You might remember this. We featured it on our Machinery Pete TV show, or you maybe caught our YouTube video. But they had a really sharp 2013 Case SV250. Only had 340 hours on it, and that wound up selling for $41,000, which was the third highest auction price ever on a SV250. Now, generally speaking, with skid steers last year, what I saw throughout the year, particularly on the late model ones, the values kind of softened up. So, good example, with the highest auction price I saw all last year, here's a picture of it. It was early last year, February 24th, on a consignment auction in Swainsboro, Georgia. It's a 22 model ASV Positrack RT135, only had 190 hours on it, went for $1.25, $125,000. And again, throughout the year, late model values softened a little bit. So, for example, the next highest price was July 27th on an auction I covered in Paris, Missouri, and this 20 model Caterpillar 299D3, 772 hours on it, went for $86,000, so quite a drop from that 125. Now we keep going throughout the year. The third highest auction price last year came November 6th, sale by our friends at Big Iron. The machine came out of Riley, Kansas, this 23 model JCB 3TS8T with 108 hours on it, went for $85,750. So folks, bottom line, I think if you're looking to buy a good late model used skid steer, I think your buying condition is going to be a little bit better in 2025. Well, folks, we proved a Machinery Pete theory here today in Crofton, Kentucky with Dale C's Farm Retirement Auction. It pays to take great care of your equipment. Wow, so fun to watch Dale's beautiful tractor sell. And how about that 2640, second highest auction price ever, 19.5. We'll see you back here next week on Machinery Pete TV. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.